Okay, how's it going, guys? This is another episode of whatever we call this channel. We haven't even come up with a name yet.
We don't even care.
I do
John
sort of.
Kevin Bell.
I do sort of care, and so I will, at some point, make a cool logo for like roll it, you know. But we're not that cool yet. What we are cool is we just did some more filming for our Aliens Everywhere movie, and this is one of our actors, Officer Smiley. Gino is his name.
Hello, everyone. They should
hello.
call it Kevert. Kevin and Robert. Kevert.
The Kevert?
Yeah,
The Kevert show?
Yeah.
Kevert show.
The
No,
Kevert
I don't
show.
think so.
I don't know. We'll come up with
You
something.
know what's funny
phenomenal.
is
That
I
might
know
be
that
good.
we're going to continue to do the show, but we're going to do like a Skype, like
Right.
HD. You're going to finally use that camera, and then we're going to do like, I'll be in Texas.
Right.
You'll, and no matter
Right.
where I'm at, we're going to try
Right.
to do the show.
We'll
live.
do the show. We shall continue. So we did some good shooting. Everything's cool. This guy here is playing the opening song and the ending song to our movie. So that's fun.
It's very good music.
Definitely, definitely. So let's find out more about you. I think you're an electrician. Is this right?
This is correct.
How long have you been doing this?
Almost 15 years.
Holy crap.
Yep, I'm a
That's a long
master.
time.
Pretty much.
Yes. So did you have to have a special license for that?
Well, it depends on the state you're in. In Washington, you had to go through an apprenticeship program and then get a journeyman's license.
Where's an ass?
And here in Arizona, you can pretty much do whatever the fuck you want.
Really?
Yeah, as long as people hire you privately.
A contractor hires you, and
You operate under his license.
Yeah, operate under his license. No matter what, you know.
Yeah, as long as that guy supervises his work, that's
Right.
what it's supposed to mean.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as his signature's on the.
But I'm actually this close to my contractor's license.
Oh, really?
So,
You got to go take a
things are
test or
going
something for that?
tests, yes.
Yeah.
Amongst other things. But,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
How long does it usually take to gain the level of being able to qualify to take that test?
You know, in Arizona, it's only 4 years. You have to
Okay.
show 4 years worth of experience before you can be a contractor.
And then some contractor will sign off on you saying that you do have that experience?
Yeah, you
or-
have to get your work experience signed off by people you work for.
Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting. Gino also has recently moved into a badass house where, was it 2 years ago, we did the Christmas installations there, and that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of a weird
But
full
how,
circle thing
how,
there.
how big is the yard? Is it like an acre?
I would say that area is probably at least an
It's
acre.
gotta be.
You know, the whole area. You know,
Yeah.
Wow,
It's
Yeah.
pretty cool, actually.
sounds nice.
Yeah. You can do a lot there.
which is good for Prescott.
Yeah.
Acre might not sound like much, but
Yeah, but
it's pretty good. It's in the pines.
yeah, it's in
Love
the
it.
pines and the cool rocks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. So what else you got going on? Softball's going on.
Yeah, a lot of baseball right now in my
Yeah.
life. My son is in his first year of coach pitch baseball, and I play softball.
Huh.
Yes.
Coach pitch. Nice.
Yeah.
Are you the coach?
No, I
Mm.
volunteer coach, so I do
Mhm.
things for the team.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Nice, man.
Maybe next year.
Nice.
Yeah.
And his vehicle, his truck, is featured in the film too.
It's monstrous.
Big blue.
It was so large
Big blue.
that I had problems getting out of it, and I had to practice a little bit getting in and out quickly.
This guy's gonna
It's
have
really not
back
that big
problems.
for around here. I always see trucks that are bigger than mine. I'm like,
I don't know.
Right, right.
It's still a pretty meaty truck. When I see that thing coming,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, that's a nice truck. It's
Yeah.
not too big.
Right.
It's not. I see that white truck going up. I think it's Miller Valley Road. Is that?
Oh yeah, it's always sitting out.
It's always sitting out?
It's out on.
That thing is humongous.
What the heck is the name of the road? But anyways, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's a monster truck.
Yeah. What's
That's
up with
what
that
Gino,
thing?
little Gino, my
Oh,
son,
he likes
calls
that?
my truck. He calls that's a monster truck too. He calls my truck a monster truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing is just ridiculous.
I mean,
in
how
size,
many-
And it looks
I
like
mean,
it's
how
always
many-
got a hood
Willow
on.
How
Creek
many
Road,
feet
yeah.
off the ground is that
Willow
thing?
Creek.
I mean, it's got to be at least 3 feet off the ground.
Oh, probably yeah, yeah. To the step in the cab.
Yeah, if you believe Border Patrol uses that. That's
There
pretty
you go.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks like a Chuck Norris truck. That's what I was thinking when you want to use. I'm like, I guess for like a Ranger.
Yeah.
That's his nickname for his
yeah.
truck. It's Truck
Yeah.
Norris.
Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
There's actually a monster truck I see on Monster Jam all the time called Chuck Norris.
Is it
No,
really?
I
Yeah.
thought I was being
Oh.
original.
No.
Dang.
Oh.
No.
Saying, I was gonna copyright that.
Nope.
No, you got to copyright the indica vagina.
Yeah, indica the vagina. That's
What's that?
That's the new smoking strain.
So check this out. No, it's not a new smoking strain. So I saw this article, I don't remember where, but it was about marijuana tampons or hemp tampons.
Smoke
So,
that
and I was wondering what kind of strain they would use.
Right.
So I was thinking indica the vagina, because they stick it in.
vagina.
Isn't that good?
That's good.
It goes right in.
Dude, I smoked some of the best we've ever smoked recently called
Really?
arowana.
Arowana?
Arowana.
Oh, heroin.
Whoa, that
Yeah.
sounds.
And what was it?
It's just
Not
weed,
heated.
but it was
it
called
indica
marijuana.
or is
So was it too
Straight
crazy?
indica.
Oh,
Yeah.
Not
Straight
good.
indica.
Did you shoot it into your veins?
No, but I got super stoned.
Well,
Super stoned. I get stoned all the time.
did you
Right.
watch a rock
And this
concert?
stuff changed
The
my
Rolling
head really
Stones
good.
while being stoned?
No.
Dang it.
No.
That's being super stoned right there.
well, you realize now that we're talking about the Rolling Stones while we're being stoned, we're going to be playing the Rolling Stones behind us.
Yeah, maybe. Just get the newest footage you can find of him being the oldest and crustiest and have him just wiggling around on stage. Like they roll him out in a wheelchair. He's like,
I mean, how old is Mick Jagger now? Like 70 something, right?
Yeah.
they should call him Mick Jagged now.
Well, we all thought Keith Richards was going
Right.
to be gone, but he's still that.
Yeah.
Keith
He's
Richards
more
looks
of a-
like a fancy handbag or like one of those dogs that's like a Shar-Pei that's
Oh.
like completely bald with a
Right.
skin condition. Like he's just a complete bag of wrinkles.
He is, dude.
He's just
Cigarette
like-
sticking out, got a little bandana on.
He's
little
just
fro
he's
sticking
just
out.
a wrinkle.
Just
He's like some scrotum man. He's like he shrinks in the cold. He
There's a good
expands.
idea right there, scrotum man.
What's another thing we like doing with Gino? Disc golf.
Yeah, we haven't gone for a while. The
Yeah.
weather's getting really nice.
I know, it's
We
getting
need to
perfect.
go.
When was one yesterday?
I was a little discouraged after last time we went because I just threw like shit.
Oh, man. Yeah, but, when you play once or twice a week, you seem to get better in the groove,
Yeah, this is true.
So, maybe this weekend.
We'll see.
I mean,
Maybe the weekend for
honestly, out of all these courses, which one's kind of your favorite?
My favorite has to be. I'm gonna go with Thumb Butte.
Oh, shit. Thumb Butte.
Yeah, I know it's rigorous.
It's
Everybody doesn't
gnarly.
like the up and downs, but I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah. Well, I'm
You
so,
like
do.
moving
I'm
around.
so out of shape. I'm wheezing,
Well,
man,
you-
going
you-
out.
It's either that
Yeah.
or Schoolhouse.
Our schoolhouse, yeah.
Yeah.
You need it.
The front one or the back one?
The first one.
Oh, okay.
Front one, yeah.
Yeah, I like that one too. So, Robert, we've been very busy the last few days. What have you been up to?
Just chilling, hanging out, just working.
Well, we did another shoot, what was it, 2 days ago now?
Yeah,
In the Dells. Had to reshoot the meadow scene a little bit. Reshot the chasing the girl up the rock scene.
Did you get Jennifer back?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Nice.
And she did great this time, and I was up in the rock, so I got the close-ups. I got her running up, I got him running up, I got him going down. It's pretty
She
epic.
seemed pretty cool. Where did
Yeah.
you find her at?
She's pretty cool. She works at Filiberto's.
You just
On
went
the
there
weekends.
talking to her one
On the
day,
weekends, yeah.
Getting
Um,
burritos, started
yeah.
talking to her about movies.
Yeah, talking about movies. She
It's
said,
like-
I would love to be in one of your movies. I said, well, I'm looking for an illegal alien, and because she sort of looks a little Mexican, we're like, do you want to be an illegal alien? She says, sure, I'm down. Where do I need to be? We picked her up. It was very easy. I wish all the actors were
yeah.
kind
Well,
of that
she had
easy.
a simple role.
Yeah.
Very simple role.
But it seemed like she had fun. Well, and you had the most roles.
I know.
And then
He's got the most roles.
I'm not even. Not really. I still got.
No, look at me. I'm sucking it in right now.
you still gotta do.
I got some roles, but they will fade away in time.
They'll fade away in time.
Yes, they will.
For sure. So, at some point, we always say, kind of, what do you think? How do you feel about shit going on in the world right now? Are you afraid?
Dude,
of
don't get me
war?
started. I don't even know if I want to put the shit that I think about. It's mostly like political when you say what's going on in the world. I think
Right.
politics.
Uh,
And I just don't want to I don't know.
Right.
I don't want to offend nobody.
I have.
Not you. That's
Don't worry about
I'm
offending.
talking about out there in YouTube land.
No,
Right.
don't
I'm
worry
not here to
about
offend anybody.
don't worry about offending anybody
No.
because we've already
We've
gone
talked.
there.
We talk about everything. We talked a
We
hell of
haven't-
a lot about Trump. We've talked a lot about Hillary. We've talked.
Yeah,
a
we
lot
talked about
everything.
Hillary
Oh.
freaking.
We don't have to talk about her now because she's not the one that's
Right.
in the news. It's
Yeah, but she's
like-
Right.
a Satchelini.
And then
It's
lately, we've been talking about
Trump
the
is-
North Korea and Russia and things
Yeah.
like this. That's kind of interesting. What's going on?
They're trying to
Yeah.
get us to fight against the rest.
it just all feels to me like it's just,
Saber rattling.
you know, you guys do realize that war is very profitable.
Oh, of course.
So, I mean, it's just like, to me, it just feels like we'll be fucking blowing some
They're
people up
trying to
pretty
keep
soon.
us in a
Yeah.
constant
Yeah.
state of fear while the consciousness is rising of the
Yeah.
planet.
We'll be blowing some
They're
people up
trying
pretty
to
soon, I
they're trying to
guarantee it.
suck
Yeah.
everyone into
Because
this darkness of this energies because we don't need to even think. If we all collectively, like you were talking about the monkey story of how they started changing their behavior based on a group of monkeys changing their behavior, it changed the whole collective of the monkeys.
Yeah.
Same thing. Enough
Certain
people,
tipping point, yeah.
enough people start, you know,
Well, there's
raising
a lot of
the
fucking,
energy,
there's
you
a
know?
lot of movements out there that try to do that, or in essence, maybe they're not even consciously trying to do, but if their efforts came to fruition, that's what it would do. You know, there's a lot of.
I
know,
think there's
but
a lot of
people-
good.
I don't know.
I
I'm
think
not
there's a lot
a.
of good people.
I've always been a very optimistic person, but when you kind of look out there, it seems like there's a, you know, like things are like this, like there's not, you know what I mean, like
Well-
so it's the balance is almost even right now, you know what I mean, like so there's a lot of evil out there pushing the opposite direction. Some of it just as some. Like we're
But just
talking
like it-
of it's conscious, you know what I'm saying? Like consciously trying to do good in the world. There's factions out there that are consciously trying to do bad. So,
Right.
like to get that tipping point as people, it's way past
Right.
50%. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So,
But
like,
for every
it's-
action, there's an equal and opposite reaction in
it's,
the universe.
that's why it almost
For
feels
every-
like,
every-
it almost feels like prophecy to me.
Yeah, but for every reaction, for every piece of evil,
Right.
there is something good standing in the face of it.
Yeah.
And the thing
Yeah,
is all
absolutely.
it's
Yeah.
like literally, there's no question
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
You walk around, you look around, there's way more
Yeah.
good going on. And the thing is they're trying to keep us down. They're scaring us. They're
Right.
keeping us.
Fear
They're
is one of
keeping
the
our ego.
biggest tools of the devil.
They're keeping the ego in a constant state of fear of death. And they've just programmed our minds, and we've grown up with that around our heads, and it's biologically formed into our. Like my mom was telling me, your DNA is affected by
Oh,
things
absolutely.
that happen to you.
Have you ever
Like,
seen What the Bleep Do We Know? Any of you guys seen that?
No.
What the Bleep Do We Know? I highly, highly, highly recommend it. But there's an actual experiment where they have this, I think it's called a black spectrum camera. And they took pictures of the molecular shapes that are in water when you look down
Oh,
very
right.
far.
The cymatics and all that stuff.
Yeah, and so what they did was they took a bunch of jars of water and they taped quotes on them, and a bunch of them most of them they taped positive quotes like "I love you,"
Right.
you know, "You're my friend." Okay, so these molecular shapes
frozen.
turn into like these very nice, beautiful shape, almost like snowflakes.
Okay.
Right? And a couple jars they put negative "I hate you"
And
I
really
wanna
bad
kill you.
rock music too.
And it was like and they were
Chaotic.
the shapes were chaotic. The color of the actual liquid that you could see down that close was brownish.
Wow.
And so one of the biggest points they made in that was that human beings are
Made
70% water,
Yeah.
and then the universe they found out fairly recently is made up mostly of hydrates, majority, you know, which is made out of water. So, like thoughts and
It kind of reminds
Everything's
me.
tied
It
together.
kind of reminds.
it affects. That was the point.
It
of what you were
reminds-
saying. It
Yeah.
affects your thoughts and everything. Affect everything.
It reminds me of Mythbusters, that show.
Yeah.
They did that myth about if you're talking sweet to the plant, or if you're cursing
Oh,
the
yeah.
plant, or visualizing the plant on fire.
Yeah.
What's it going to react to?
They did
And
it with
sure
music on
enough,
that same
and
episode.
music, same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Sure enough, they were like
Well,
saying,
plants love water.
they're saying, "We love you, plants. Oh, you're the best plants ever. Grow strong."
Yeah.
And they were strong ones, and the ones they were visualized burning, they hooked electrodes to them. and there was a difference. It was like pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And then back to the monkey thing. I don't know if it's Flower of Life or something on that level where I read it to where they're saying that there could be one animal, and then there's a network that goes all the way around the earth for every single thing, so that if one is here and one is on the other side of the world,
Yeah.
they're going to then grow at the same rate and learn the same rate because of that network that goes all the way around.
Yeah,
the earth.
and that's because
Like a
the
grid
consciousness
pattern.
is very primal and very.
I found that interesting.
That was interesting.
You know, because think about it. There's pyramids in Egypt. There's pyramids in Maya. There's pyramids all over the world, actually. And they're saying they all kind of
Bosnia.
developed around the same time. How did
Yeah.
they get that idea? You know?
Yeah.
Well,
I
I believe they
an
had.
alien influence.
Right.
That's my. I'm a
Well,
believer.
maybe an alien influence, but maybe just a high vibrational human beings, like being influenced by outside forces.
That could be very well be like we
Because
were
I
all
believe humanity-
Atlantean like back in
Right.
the day. Like
Well,
we
they-
had a very,
Right.
very good control over our minds. We used more percentage of it, and
Yeah.
you know, and that we understood a lot more than we do.
Yeah.
We always
Yeah.
we're
We
always
only
like.
use a small percentage of our brain now.
I know that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That they did back then used a bigger
Right.
percentage.
They
It's very
found a
possible that-
statuette that was 3 million years old.
Really?
That was carved by a human.
Wow.
3 million.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Causing science to freak out.
Human existence and human has been a lot longer than what they think.
And it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
constantly being pulled into this new level, and then
We're so arrogant. We think that we're the highest
Uh-huh.
level of technological and
Right.
Well,
knowledge.
we've built an immune system to the earth, and like we haven't, like we've lost connection, and we've lost connection with ourselves, and
Yeah.
until there's a breakdown in society, there, you know.
You would like Celestine prophecies, man. I'm telling you.
You know
Let me
what
check
was
the camera and make sure it's still rolling. Yes.
You know what was interesting?
17 minutes.
I read something the other day on a spiritual level to where this guy had a theory that humans were not originally from Earth but somewhere else. And then he took it to the scientific community and he put a bunch of legitimate things out there. Like, for instance, we're the only mammals that can't swim by default. Okay? We have
The only mammals
problems.
without a penis bone.
We have problems with heat. We have problems with cold. We have problems with things that animals of Earth don't. You know, and he listed about 15 things on this level.
Well, look
that
at
made you
babies.
go, wow. You know.
Well, look at how babies are. They're so weak and helpless. It's
Yeah.
like you almost need to be a complex society to begin with in order to, you know.
Well, think about it. Animal babies start functioning immediately when they're born.
They do.
Yes.
Most of them do. They walk right away.
Yeah. Right away. Even that giraffe
6
everyone's
months
been
old.
waiting on forever.
But,
They
you
finally
know-
kicked it out, and it stood up immediately.
But also, when humans you grow older, we function at a much higher level than those things. So it's like maybe that's what's necessary to make that happen.
You know what? That's probably right. Is the developmental process is a long, strenuous process.
Just like our gestation, you know what I mean? Like most animals, there's animals that could go way past ours too. But most animals
like 6-7 months.
are real short gestation periods and have much more multiples too.
Oh yeah.
That's actually talking about animals and like shit like that. That's actually how I became from an agnostic person to a person of faith, I guess you'd say. Not necessarily in one particular faith, but there's no doubt in my mind just because of
There's some higher power.
the system that has been put in place.
Well, there definitely is a perfect system.
There's a system put in place, and it
It's
can't be
perfect.
chaos, but through chaos as theory. You know what I mean? By chance, there's no way. If you look at just from the fact that okay, like we breathe oxygen and expel carbon dioxide, right?
Yeah, and
The
plants
things
do
that feed, plants and trees do the exact opposite.
Right.
And so
Because
like
the plants
you know what I
feed
mean?
off us, and then the
Yeah.
then the trees.
yeah.
They even feed
Feed
us
That's
us.
one of
smoke.
them. But if you look at the lifespan of different animals, all the way down to insects, including
Right.
humans, the lifespan, the brain size, and the way that this work in a society. Like, okay, for instance, like we have long lifespans compared to an ant, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have much larger brains, but we work on, mostly humans work on survival of the self. If you look at an ant, they work on, it's the very opposite of the spectrum. They work on the survival of the species. You know, you go in between, halfway in between there, you get survival of the kin and the family. You know what I mean? Survival of the, and like the brain, it's just like it's in perfect line. And then you get up, especially lifespan. You know, you go down in the middle, they're like horses, dogs, and shit like that.
Yeah,
they're longer lifespan. But then you get down to ants and shit, they're like really short lifespan, but and the brains are smaller, but they live closer to where, you know, the fucking, they could be walking along and hit a big group of them hit a creek and shit. You know, they'll build a bridge so the queen can walk across. And the ones that are fucking underneath there that are drowning and shit that die, they're not like, imagine humans, dude.
Oh, yeah.
You'd be like, fuck you, you're fucking going down there.
Do you
You're fucking, you know what I mean? I ain't fucking being at the bottom of the bridge, dude. I love you. They don't have any fucking questions.
Here's a strange thing. Do you think consciousness grows from like it's seeded and it like starts as an ant and then it like dies and then it moves up and then it dies and then it moves up and then it constantly shifts and shifts and shifts and shifts and shifts and shifts until it reaches a higher level?
I don't know.
Think about it.
I don't know, because channeled info that I've seen say that.
What's with the animal?
Like, for instance, dog energy will reincarnate back into dog energy usually, and then it's chosen to experience dog energy. Now there has been cases where dog energy can then reincarnate into a lower form of human, something like this. But again, human kingdom is here, rock kingdom is here, and yes,
it's
you
because
can
of purpose.
communicate with all of them.
It's because of purpose. You know, we as humans fulfill the particular part of the
consciousness
of the whole, you know, of the whole that's necessary. You know what I mean? We fulfill that particular part.
Well, we were definitely genetically created and seeded, and then we
seeded and manipulated.
I think there are
Seeded and
humanoids,
manipulated,
things like us throughout the universe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
But I think that things with higher
In
consciousness.
my first movie talks about that.
Something
Aliens
complex.
setting up our DNA and seeding and manipulating us.
Yeah, that's the Anunnaki story. They had Adam and Eve. They had Adam and Eve. It was the first Adam
the
and Eve
Portal
story.
movie. Check it out on my YouTube page.
Oh yeah, dude. The things that were adopted for Christianity. No offense to any Christians, you know.
We know,
But definitely came from Sumerian stuff.
yes, definitely Sumerian. Because
And then maybe even something before that.
well, the
Talking those
Sumerians,
stories.
the Sumerians,
But the
were
Sumerians were supposedly, according to the stories, face to face, real time with Anunnaki.
Right.
Yeah, the Sumerians were 15,000 years ago.
Yeah.
They had the most complex form of writing ever known, cuneiform. They had tablets. Think about it. People are always thinking it's primitive to write on tablets and all this stuff. It's not. How would you keep information for hundreds of thousands of years or even longer?
Because wasn't it
You
the
would put it in
Sumerians?
stone.
Wasn't it the Sumerians who wrote the Dead Sea Scrolls?
No,
No.
that's different.
No,
Who
that
wrote
was
that?
the Essenes. It was something. It was a sect of the Christians
Oh,
I
okay.
think you
that
got
were
that.
fleeing persecution, and they wrote.
Hid in the
They
cave.
hid it in the caves and jars or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just it's you know, I remember this book I read when I was a kid called Bible Code. You guys should check it out. And it was like it showed mathematical principles in the Dead Sea Scrolls,
Right.
and there was all kinds of hidden information inside of the Dead Sea Scrolls
very familiar with that.
predicting
There was a time
Yasser
that was all
Arafat's
big.
death.
Yeah.
It was huge. It was like big. It was like the biggest thing breaking in like 1996.
Yeah, there was a time when that was all
And they were
big.
like using complex computer systems and
Yeah.
stuff, and they were finding all kinds of stuff hidden in the
Definitely.
language.
But you know
Mathematics.
what's interesting? I'll tell you about that. Is they're using computers to connect with the Akashic records. And I swear to God, because the reason I say this, because I went down the rabbit hole before, big time, using drugs, of course.
Yeah.
And you can use words as symbols, like A is not only A is 1, A is alpha, A, you know, all these different things that.
Well, plus
one
there's a
symbol
hidden
can make.
language that they don't tell us. There's a hidden language to open. It's like the
If you ask for it and look for it,
you find it.
you can find it. And, you know, if you
I
have the
felt
right
like
amount of
the other day I
medication
was
process,
tapped
you know.
into. I felt like I was connecting to higher self, and then I was thinking about the Hall of Records in the eyes of truth, and I was thinking about my life and what it is in the eyes of truth. And basically, I was like, really, they can't teach you.
Yeah.
That keeps. That's why in the Bible they talk about the book of life. It keeps a record of everything.
Yeah.
You know.
That's probably the catch.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. They're talking about that. They're like, but there's like all this hidden stuff in there, and it's been twisted by man.
Yeah.
There's still some interesting stuff.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So, what do you think, Gino? Is it about your bedtime?
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
Well, we're going to wrap this one up. We've got kind of deep on this one. Usually it was kind of light and funny. But we're having fun. So, hanging out with old Gino here. Watch for him in the movie, Sargent Smiley. So, signing out. Have a good one.